All right, welcome back. Calling the Audible, A&B. PC to my left.
Nobody can hear you.
I can hear you.
I can hear myself.
Say something again.
PC.
I can hear you now.
Terry Tam.
Yeah.
It's just your music's been too loud. I hear it in your headphones from here.
And Eagle in the nest. We're now 10 days away from the road.
What do you think about your vacation beard, Mo?
Nice.
I feel it's gotten in thick.
Very nice.
Mo,
10
are
days.
you going to be there for the finals?
I'll be hanging
Question mark?
I will be hanging out with Rafa Nadal next Sunday.
Oh,
Are you
yo,
sure
they-
you're hanging out with Ref and Nadal? Are you
Perhaps.
sure you're not
It-
on
it
an
could be-
edition of Jay and Dan by any chance?
No,
Oh,
hey, Scrum
Scrum
Lookers, man.
Lookers.
That was
yeah,
awesome,
Scrum
dude.
Lookers. You gotta show this.
It was unbelievable. I got
Why wasn't it loading? No.
Show the whole thing. Show
I had
the
like
whole
20
thing.
people on Twitter
I know.
send me messages, and then people on Facebook, hey, dude, you're on Scrum Lurkers. I'm like, really?
Oh, so you didn't notice it until a bunch of people started tagging?
I was on radio then on Friday when it came out, and then when I opened
What
my
is
phone,
Scrum Lurkers, by the way?
you'll see it. It's Scrum Lurkers for media scrums. They always try to
So-
catch people in the corner. Of
Yeah,
like,
they
the
kind
media
of
scrum.
do. They kind of do like in the they'll just take a
Dude, I
picture.
can see the link. There it
Yeah,
is.
it's
Right
right
there.
here.
Maybe I wasn't
There we go.
allowed to talk to him. a few
Watch
days
what they do to
later.
you. It's coming up. Guillaume Lafrancois from the press. There I am. In, out. Look at that. Look at that. Unreal.
Yo, you didn't do this guy's head turn, though. That guy's head turn was legit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at that.
that guy's
dude.
face. This guy's listening.
That's a girl, but whatever.
Listen, that guy was listening. It's 2019, Terry. You can't impose your heteronormativity on.
Yeah, but what if
whoever
she identifies as a girl? You
What
call her a
if?
guy.
You don't know.
We don't know.
There we go. Highlight of Mo's career.
Right
That's
there.
it. I made it.
That's where she is.
Thanks to
So that's where you are.
Jaden Struble of the Canadians for making it. It was hot that day in Brossard, man. Oh my God! You guys know how hot it gets.
Oh, it gets so
Do you
bad.
realize how
Brossard.
devious flies look when they rub their hands together?
Yeah.
Kind of
It's like
freaks
Mr.
me out.
Burns. He's always planning something.
Yes. All right. Okay, so let's talk about the game. Yuxu against Outsiders.
We're going Division A first.
Well, it's a mix of two divisions, right? So
Whatever.
Yuxu and Outsiders. Thoughts here, Terry Tam?
It was a great game, man. Honestly, it's tough. It's the third time we played Outsiders, and we actually beat them for the third time. It's tough to beat the same team 3 times.
Yeah.
Thanks for the cliche answer.
Yeah, you know what I mean. No, it was a good
Yes,
game.
we know what you mean.
It was a good game. We were the only game that day at that field because it was a scheduling conflict. So the league accommodated us. We were missing our defensive caller, Marco Bertoldi. He actually some guy dropped like a 1,000-pound panel on his foot at work, so he had to stay, and it was a whole fucked up
So you're
story.
saying is the guy had shit hands.
Pretty much. And then
He was
So-
the Justin Blanchard.
so
of
we
that
had to
company.
go with the dynamic duo of Justin McLean and Danny Demore calling defense. There's nothing funnier than listening to those two bicker about what defense to call. Anyway, so we came out. They started with the ball. We turnover on downs on a 4th down. Then we scored. They scored, and it ended up. It was just back and forth like that. And then there was a turning point. We got a pick in the end zone, and Justin was about to take it out. Kevin Wyeth made a great tackle. The next play, Holloway throws a pick to Wade Shawcross. So it was one of those ugly games. But overall, it was a great game. Offensively, we were able to do a lot of things that just the regular season. Justin wasn't really a factor on offense, even though the stat line doesn't really show that much. But for the most part, Holloway was distributing the ball to other guys, and it was great. I mean, Quaid had his coming out game this year.
So what's funny is, and Terry, you weren't here last week, but the week I was gone, you guys did a sort of like head-to-head comparison because the guys were saying you can't sit with us. It's a much better roster than Outsiders, and you were like,
I
no,
wouldn't
it's so
say
much
that.
better Outsiders. Yeah, exactly. But then you broke down the team like position by position, and then you
ended
yourself
up-
agreed
yeah.
that and like
No, but
I
I mean-
will say, and you
Yeah.
can't say this because it's yourself,
Oh,
but Don Shepard, the sort of like storied snapper in FPF,
Well, my
Hall
idol.
of Famer question mark?
yes, no,
Yes.
he's in.
He's not in
He's
the Hall
in,
of
right?
Fame?
I think he's in.
I didn't know. I wasn't sure.
I don't
If
know.
he's not in, that's a snub and a half right there.
It is.
I thought
But
he
but
wasn't.
right now,
Don's my idol.
but right now at this point, I don't feel fully comfortable saying Don Shepard is obviously a better snapper than Terry Tam.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it.
I'm not saying that because you're sitting here. I'm making it more awkward because you're sitting here.
Yeah.
But I legitimately wanted to mention that because, like, honestly, you get involved on this offense in a way that doesn't always show up in the stat sheet.
Mhm.
You did score the touchdown this time, but often I see you moving the chains on key downs and something that we don't track in FPF.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's sort of like one of those things where in the Don Shepard mold, so to speak. That's one of the things Don Shepard always did for the finals, that we knew that even though the stats didn't always reflect it, we know how valuable he was to that team. And I feel like you fill a similar role for you, Kent.
Absolutely. Don does that very well. He actually did it very well in a game against us. Things with Hollow and me is that we've played together for so many years that he knows exactly where I'm going to be. I'm always Hollow's. I'm never his first read or his second read.
But snappers
I'm always his third, fourth, or fifth read. And Hollow has gotten so good at reading the field that it's actually benefited me because he reads the field the entire way through, and usually I'm open down the middle.
Terry,
But
I mean, we're a little bit of spoilers up ahead here, but you mentioned that it's very hard to beat a team 3 times.
Yeah.
So if you play Braves, it's going to be your 3rd time, but you split
We
the series
split,
1-1. But if you play Outsiders,
4
it's
times,
going to be the 4th time you need to beat them.
So we were actually talking all year because Outsiders throughout the year, they weren't really it didn't look like they were going to finish in the top 2. Then the Braves kind of fell off a bit. Outsiders beat them twice, I think it was, right? So Outsiders have the Braves number. I don't know what it is exactly. I mean,
They've had some good games.
Could be the
live
best
against
quarterback
Braves.
in the league, Kevin
Yeah.
Washington.
in league history.
Yeah, in
So
league history.
Braves
But,
squeezed by hashtag NR 34-33. I told you guys off air, 2 big plays. The inability for NR to score with 2 plays left in the first half to perhaps go by 2 scores. And the decision to go for 1, then 2 to win it in the late in the second half of that football game. If you're in that position, gentlemen, do you go for 1 or 2?
So
with this scoreline being what it is,
regular season, I would always go for 2 because there's no overtime. In a situation where there is overtime, it takes a lot of balls to go for 2 to end the game.
this is the answer, and this is the only answer. Whatever you're comfortable with.
That
That's
was
it.
not an answer at all.
It's whatever you're comfortable with. If your
What's your
offense,
strong take, Terry?
if
What's
your
your strong take?
my strong
Scary
take
Terry.
right now is if your offense goes for 2, like the Braves do, you go for 2. If your
All
offense
right.
goes for 1, Corey Packer loves to go for 1 because that's where his range is best.
all right. So I'll ask Eagle to do the breaking of this tiebreaker. So what do you have? Would you go for 1 or 2 if you are the captain of NR, with this scoreline being what it is?
I go for 1.
1
Go
for
for
1.
one. There you go.
Well, we'll never know. The play
Unless
they,
the 2 brings you to the tie. If the 2 brings you to the tie,
the 2 was going to.
Then you have to go for 2.
Yeah, then you have to go for 2.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
But I'm saying the 2.
Which is like in a regular season game, I never want the game to end in a tie. I'd rather lose by 1 than
It could be they thought that they'd be able to have him in a shootout, and you know what? I would have put money on NR in a shootout.
But you know what? They were up 2 scores, 12-0 to start off the game. NR and
14-0.
14. I beg your pardon, 14, and then Braves score, 1 score lead. Late in the first half. I think if you got that touchdown late in the first half, it's a different ball game.
Yeah.
You're in trail at that point. You get to force 2 turnovers
Yeah.
to get 4 points. And the Braves looked a little jet lagged because they were in Saskatoon for a football tournament, national
it's
tournament,
true, and so
which
was
they
Serge,
finished
yeah.
second place, by the way,
Yeah.
lost to Manitoba. Congrats to them on
Yeah.
top 2. But it felt like it took them a while to get back into rhythm. And NR should have done better. They should have won this football game.
Guys,
And
I
I
have
should've won
great
this game.
news. I have great news.
Yes.
Earlier in the show, we put up the poll. This week's Calling the Audible poll question brought to you by Mo Khan. If Calling the Audible was an FPF team, what would our season record be? 18 votes in a landslide. 3-7. Yes, exactly what I wanted. 5-5, you're trash. 10-0, you're trash. Mo, you voted 10-0.
I voted 10-0,
All
man.
right. 7-3. Etienne Brisson, get the hell out of here. Nobody wants you. Vote 3-7.
Vote whatever you want to vote for. Perfect. All right. Lightweight and Jasmin Sons. Jasmin Sons winning 39-27.
Yes.
Perfect. All right.
Just
Dream
confirm
Killers.
the score.
Dream Killers 35-30 over BYOB. And this was a very feisty
Wait, are we
game.
not talking about the lightweight
No,
game
let's
at
talk
all?
about lightweight Jasmine.
Oh, I thought we were done.
Why are
You
we
guys
skipping?
even look. Okay, we're done with that game.
No, but you just said the score. I was like, all right, that was the score. Yes, I
So
agree.
Jasmine and Sons were 5 players
Again.
for a weird amount of time.
Yeah, for a long time.
Again, Frank Koch shows up. Hey, look at that. Huh?
And, well,
No, they were permanently 5.
were they 5 the entire game?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they won.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, Simon. Hey, Simon. Simon.
I spoke to Simon after the game.
You suck balls, man.
He sucks something. But the thing is, I spoke to him after the game, and he's like, immediately after the game,
I'm texting.
I thought of
Kerouac
I
right
thought of
now.
1,000 things that could beat them, and then, but in the game, he was just stubborn and kept going to the same things. But lightweight defense, the hell, man. How do you have you not heard of Pat Jerome?
Jonathan Williams missed tackles. That resulted.
That's
in a 40-yard
crazy because
bomb.
he's such a good DB. For him to be missing tackles is nonsense.
Yeah, I think it was it Jasmine Ryu? It was Jasmine Ryu caught a 5-yard hook and 40 yards.
That's crazy. I've never seen Jasmin Ryu run 40 yards in a
everyone
game.
was shocked. Everyone was shocked in that football game. But hey, kudos to Jasmin's Sons. They held for dear life, and
they won without their quarterback. Like I know
Yeah.
Tamville, that's nothing to sneeze at. He's a very good
But
quarterback.
he's
But
not their
man,
quarterback.
the team was built to have Fred Vian quarterback,
Yeah,
I
but
know.
and Crackwood's not there.
just think
And-
about it.
oh my God.
16 for 21 with 4 receivers.
But no, the best receiver's not there. Like
I know.
I think so. First of all, okay, Anthony Madam is injured, and then you don't have Brisba, and you don't have your quarterback, and Tamville that's now not playing receiver. Jesus.
Matt Kurek was upset. He wasn't happy.
I was just trying to text him, but the texts weren't going through.
All right, we're in the basement of the shipping container. Very tough for reception.
Oh, it's true.
Hi, baby. I'm on the show. I'll talk to you later.
Dream Killers, BYOB, they win 35-30. Dream Killers. I look at this game, and Jeff Rosenblatt, again, a strong effort, but this was definitely a chippy affair. At the end, Kendall Myers took 2 OCs for telling Sebastian Chrissy-Lozon to suck my bleep. You suck, mother bleeper.
Kendall's told me that before.
So, yeah, it was a chippy affair.
yeah.
I'm not surprised. I mean, there's a few guys on each team that like to talk. When we played against BYOB, they were Sebastien Chrissy-Lozon was talking shit to Justin, telling him he wasn't that good. Justin had scored like 5 touchdowns in that game, but whatever. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. But on that side, I mean, I'm happy for Dream Killers, man. I think Jeff is a very underrated quarterback. People don't really appreciate what he can do.
It's
How he can
'cause,
spread the
so,
ball
like,
really well.
Are we done with guys not looking the part? Like,
I don't think it's anything to do with looking the part.
well, just because like so he doesn't have a big rocket arm, right? Like
He's a great touch, though.
he does.
Yeah, he puts it on a dime.
But the thing is that for a long time, you know, he didn't get the credit he
Yeah.
deserved because he doesn't have the big arm of Kevin White.
It's a good fucking team, though, man.
You know, like
They
we
were
have to
messed
stop
up,
looking
though.
at how guys look when they play position and just look at output. Like what Jeff Rosenblatt's done in this league in a short period of time is excellent.
First 4 games, they had like
Dream
no
Killers.
roster. They had like
It's
a
true, yeah. they're
cast of
off.
characters, and they
But
finally figured it out.
Dream Killers, man, what a good roster, man. I'm a big fan right there.
All right, so let's talk about the games coming up then. Tats, Jasmine, Sons. Tats, of course, having their bye. Jasmine Sons will have a full roster, you would expect. But would you?
They have a full roster?
You would expect that they have a full
Oh,
roster,
okay.
Jasmine Sons. So Tats, I think they probably are the more oiled machine at this point of the season, and
They
they've rolled through teams.
Yeah,
A
I mean,
and B.
Yeah, I think Alpha T's are the team to beat on that side of the bracket anyway. Jasmine Sons, they've been playing with house money, man, the entire year. They got in again with a win against
But
Dad Balls
it's
at the end of the
crazy
year,
because
right?
if you looked at the roster before the season, you're like,
You would think that
oh,
this team was going to destroy everything.
this team is amazing.
Well,
And
not having Van Ram there,
Yeah.
it's a big loss. It was a big loss for us too because he didn't play with us either. But he is eligible, so if he can make the finals, which I don't think he can, I think he's actually out of town. So
yeah.
I don't think he's
I
going to be
think
able
he
to
had
play.
4 games in total.
No, with us 4 games, with them 5.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's just tough because he. I don't think he's going to be there. So you have to say you're not going to be there. You forget about Van Ram. He's done for the year. So Fred Vien coming in, playing quarterback, I think they'll be able to beat Alpha T's.
Maybe.
But we'll see.
Maybe.
But Alpha T's, all they got to do is just score those deep plays that they do. Those quick strikes, those daggers, man. That's that's the problem with Alpha T's is like as soon as you think you have them, 3rd down, 4th down, boom, touchdown.
And the worst
it's
is
like, fuck, man,
every
it's
team
discouraging.
thinks
It's really
they have
discouraging.
Alpha T's figured
Exactly,
No,
yeah,
they don't.
exactly.
out. And they don't. Like they're talented,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Jesse Dupree, I mean, listen, has he lost a step? For sure. But guy still has a rocket of an arm. He knows where all these guys are going to be at all times. I'm a big fan, but I'm also a huge fan of Jasmin. I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
2.5 Alkaholiks and Dream Killers. Do the Killers have the patience to contend with this Joy Taylor offense?
That's the kicker right now. So we know Dream Killers to be
Talk about 2 quarterbacks who don't look the part.
so
right?
2 OCs. Is he playing next game? I mean, I don't know what his status
He
is.
is. He's on a caution
Who?
now. If he gets one more,
Kendall.
Okay.
Kendall gets one more OC, you are. He gets suspended for the final.
So we know what Dream Killers are, right? It's pretty much NR, and they're they're an abrasive bunch. They like to talk shit. Where 2.5 Alkaholiks don't. Nobody on that team other than Paul
I was
Pierre
gonna say Paul
talks.
He is a
Nice
giant.
job.
middle
Nice
finger.
tackle, guys. We'll bleep you, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nice job,
So that can be the thing. That could be the determining factor where maybe not a mental warfare, but like just frustration. They're not going to be able to figure out Joey's offense.
Does
Hall
Paul
of Famer
Pierre look
Joey
more
Taylor's
like a
offense.
middle finger, or does Joey Taylor look more like a
Pinky finger.
like a child actor who never quite grew up?
Child actor that never grew up.
I'm gonna say Paul Pierre looks like a middle finger.
Here's a question for all of
He
you.
looks legit like-
Okay, Eagles talking now. Okay.
Joey Taylor's quarterback rating for fall season 2019. Over or under 90?
Over.
Under. It has to be under. He doesn't get big numbers.
But he is very.
You know,
efficient.
Joey told me he thought he got snubbed. I go, Joey, you had like 28 touchdowns, but he missed
Snubbed.
3
He
games.
missed- yeah, he was in Euro and
He was
neck
in
of the
Greece, yeah,
woods.
for a wedding,
Greece,
yeah. In Greece.
Paul Pierre, do they have
Wait,
anyone?
survey says
It's not sure.
89, Joey Taylor. I hope he gets a good.
0.5. He's half a
Oh, I
point
thought
away.
his actual quarterback rating.
I hope he's.
he's
What's
keeping
okay? So now, just for shits and giggles, what's Sean Abrams' quarterback?
less
A lot less.
because
Oh, wait, hold on. Let's
he's
read
not
the
as
picture.
good.
Hold on. What's the over/under? Give us
86.
the line. Give us
86.
That's fair.
Sorry, yeah, I'm sorry.
Because so I don't know if you saw the last game with 2.5 Alkaholiks against Dad Bods, but it's pretty
86.
obvious.
Can he throw in Division
the,
3?
he
No.
feasted himself.
Wait, you want to see another funny one?
Can 86 throw in Division 3?
Vinny Villano, 89.1.
Oh!
Joey Taylor is
Controversy.
officially better than Vinny Villano.
Well, he was the initial version of.
Congrats,
Milan.
Joey. Congrats,
But
Joey.
does anyone have? Do they have the bias matchup with Paul Pierre? Dream Killers.
Yeah, who's gonna cover him? Right?
Who
No,
will cover?
I don't think so. I don't think they have it. Yeah. Because Paul is just enormous.
Yes.
Like,
Wide
enormous.
catch radius.
yeah, yeah.
Wide.
And the way he catches the ball is funny. He like kind of like palms it like that.
Like an alligator chomp.
Yeah, it is like an alligator chomp.
Yeah, yeah.
That's really
He
good.
kind of like
Yeah.
he cradles it at one side and then he just locks it in.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
All right, Outsiders Braves. I'll ask you, Peeze. What's the likelihood we see? I know it's 50% chance, but
It's like you know me.
yeah, I know it's 50% chance. But do you think the Braves got that one hiccup game out of their system now?
Look, the Braves.
One hiccup game.
The thing that
Well, the way that they almost lost that game that they should have lost.
Oh,
but didn't
okay,
lose.
I guess.
so the almost hiccup game.
Yeah.
The thing that Braves are most amazing at is all the pieces just fit perfectly.
Mhm.
Terry and I are convinced Mike Pierre doesn't have a route. ever.
He doesn't.
He just knows where to fit in the system.
He
That's just guys who've been together so long. Outsiders have the best quarterback in the game, and look, they took You Can't Sit With Us to task, even though the score doesn't fully show it. So my answer to you, Mo, is 50%.
Perfect.
I'm gonna say this, Mike, Pierce, Jonathan Meyer. I know it. I know it.
Who do you want to play in the finals, Terry?
They do not give you fucking routes. I know it.
Terry, who do
You
want to play
do
in the
whatever
finals?
the F you want. You do it. You just do it.
All right, Terry, enough. Who do you
I'm
want to play in the
talking to
finals?
Mike. I'm having a personal
No, you're
conversation with Mike. Sorry, Mike. I apologize.
By the way, Mike, I'm sorry I'm
I-
the third wheel.
Mike, Mike,
Should I order some cheese?
Mike, I apologize
Is that
for Mo's
weird?
indiscretion.
Because I'm
Wine,
kind of
wine,
hungry, but
Mike,
like,
I know you don't do any routes.
thanks, Eagle.
And it's not a bad thing. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just telling you. I know you don't do any routes. And John can lie all he wants. John.
So who do you
whatever
want to
your
play in the
name is.
finals? Braves or
I don't
Or
give a
Outsiders.
shit. It doesn't matter. Because we showed the Outsiders what can be done to them 3 times.
The much worse roster outsiders that you.
I would
mentioned last
rather.
time.
Personally, I'd rather the Braves just because of revenge, because they beat us in Division 2 finals. That's the one I want. Yeah, that's the one. Personally, I don't know about the boys, but I'm
Snubby
pretty sure.
Kevin Wyeth, huh?
No, Kevin, man, I love Kevin. You know,
But
so-
isn't not wanting him the reverse of a snub?
Well, there you go.
So
No, you know what?
A buns.
Both storylines are great. Both storylines are great, and I love the way Division A was done this year to make up for the fact that there's only 4 teams. I like the playoff.
Double
format.
elimination for the top 2 seeds.
Yeah,
as a
because
reward.
because I don't think that if you finish second, like they finished 7-3, for them to be one and done against us when we were first, like it's tough. So it's good that they can get that redemption game out of it. I'm happy.
Okay.
Either way, we're winning, so it doesn't matter.
All right then. Sorry, I lost my train of thought here. You took my.
So let me get back
But
to
like-
Mike.
so like
Let me get back
the
to
thing about
Mike. Okay,
trains
Go back to it.
is
Go back to it.
it's no longer an efficient method of travel.
I'm waiting for you guys to finish your point. Let me think.
So
I'm trying to
my-
gather my
so
thoughts.
are we.
So my point in this is Outsiders versus Braves. I'm not going to give you who I think is going to win. Yet.
Okay, sorry. This is my point. Do you think the 10-day layoff will hurt you guys?
No, not at all.
Layoff,
We just had a 2-week layoff.
Okay.
which is more time than 10 days.
Will Marco Bortoli be healthy after taking a 2,000-ton?
No, it wasn't on his foot.
Oh,
It was on somebody else's foot.
Oh.
But he was in charge that day at the craft.
Also, he screwed up.
No, it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, way to be a shit manager.
So he messaged us like at
We told
8:30, and he's like, "Guys, I can't make it. I got to be here. CSSD's here, and they're looking at everything."
Yeah, because like maybe if he was just better with panels.
Yeah, I mean it's his fault, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
hopefully the
saying.
guy's okay.
Total.
Hopefully CSSD
total loss. The
cracked
guy
down.
cut his foot off.
No.
For real?
No, I'm kidding, but he broke
Yeah.
his foot. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine. All right.
Just cut it off. Just
It's
cut it
now
off.
time for
Who needs a broken
Games
foot?
of the week.
That's why you got two, bro. You ever hear of a peg leg?
Yeah, man.
Eagle's got a peg leg. Eagle's a tripod.
I've heard that.
I just lean forward. And yeah, that's what we should use for our cameras.
You just lean forward, and while you're lying down, it holds you an inch off the ground.
Alpha Tees versus Jasmin and Sons.
I'm never. Go
Alpha
ahead.
Peeze, Tats.
I'm never choosing against Alpha T's in the playoff game. So Alpha T's.
I'm gonna go Jasmin Sons.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
going Jasmin
okay.
Sons, yeah.
Next.
Pick a team.
I picked Alpha Tees.
Oh. 2.5 Alkaholiks versus Dream Killers.
We all know who's gonna win this game.
2.5 Alcoholics.
2.5 Alcoholics
Yeah.
are winning the championship.
Yeah, I'm gonna JT. I think JT might get it.
I called that. It was like mid-season. I said 2.5 Alcoholics gonna win Division B.
Next.
And then finally,
Vinny Golano-
Outsiders versus Braves.
Braves.
Vinny Golano doesn't agree with me because he's a worse quarterback than Joey, as we saw in this ratings.
Well, yeah, we saw in the ratings.
According to the ratings,
he's also the he's JT 2.0.
I'm
that's
going Braves. Who you guys have?
it's tough, man. This is a
It's
fucking
tough one, but I
game.
think Braves will win it.
You know, it's tough, man. Like I said, you can't. It's hard to beat a team 3 times, and Outsiders have beaten the Braves twice. So I'm gonna go.
That was a lot of math.
If Outsiders
Unnecessary
played,
math.
if the Outsiders
Say a thing.
played
Just make your pick.
against
Just make your
like
pick.
they played against us,
One
they're
time.
losing.
Limit the words you're
Braves.
saying. Just make your pick.
Give me a pick. Braves.
I'm gonna go Braves.
You fluffed it up. Made a pick. Braves.
We all know you're going Braves.
All right. Match scores, please.
We are a 3-7 podcast. It's official.
Good night.
5
0 and 10.
500, baby. 5 and 5. Mike Pierce. Eagles, zoom in on me right now. Zoom in on me right now. Zoom in. There it is. That's halfway. Okay. Now zoom in. Now zoom in. Mike, listen. Just tell me your secrets, man. I need to know. I'm not that fast. I need little secrets. I need to get more. Oh, you're still talking. I just
Your
couldn't hear
headset.
anything. You pulled my headset, Mo. Mike, I know, Mike. I know you, Mike. I know. Just tell me everything. And Joe, don't fucking lie to me, buddy.
He can lie.